Canto 4. First Circle. Limbo. The Unbaptized. Virgil's account of the harrowing of hell. The ancient poets. The noble castle. The illustrious pagans. Breaking the deep sleep within my head, a heavy thunderclap made me shake myself like one forcibly awakened, and I turned my rested eye about, standing erect, and gazed fixedly, to know the place where I might be. In truth, I found myself on the brink of the sorrowful valley of the abyss, which gathers in the thundering of infinite woes. Dark and deep it was, and so clouded that though I probed with my sight to the bottom, I discerned nothing there. "Now let us descend down here into the blind world," began the poet, all pale. "I will be first, and you will be second." And I, who had perceived his colours, said, "How can I come, if you are afraid, who when I have fears have ever brought me strength?" And he to me, "The suffering of the peoples who are here below paints on my face that pity which you perceive as fear. Let us go, for the long way urges us." So he put himself, and so he made me enter into the first circle girding the abyss. Here, as far as could be heard, there was no weeping except of sighs which caused the eternal air to tremble. These resulted from grief without torture, felt by the crowds, which were many and large, of infants and of women and of men. My good master to me, "You do not ask what spirits are these you see? Now I wish you to know, before you walk further, that they did not sin, and if they have merits, it is not enough, because they did not receive baptism, which is the gateway to the faith that you believe. And if they lived before Christianity, they did not adore God as was needful, and of this kind am I myself. Because of such defects, not for any other wickedness, we are lost, and only so far harmed that without hope we live in desire. Great sorrow seized my heart when I understood him, because I knew that people of great worth were suspended in that limbo. "Tell me, Master, tell me, Lord," I began, wishing to be assured of that faith which overcomes all error. "Has anyone ever gone forth from here, either through his own merit or through another, so as to become blessed?" And he, who understood my veiled speech, replied, "I was still new in this condition when I saw a powerful one come, crowned with a sign of victory. He led forth from here the shade of our first parent, of Abel his son, and that of Noah, of Moses, lawgiver and obedient. Abraham the patriarch and David the king, Israel with his father and his children, and Rachel, for whom he did so much, and many others, and he made them blessed. And I would have you known that before them no human spirits were saved." We did not cease walking because he spoke, but kept on passing through the wood, I say, of crowding spirits. Our way had not led far from where I had slept, when I saw fire that overcame a hemisphere of shadows. We were still some distance from it, but not so far as to keep me from discerning in part that people worthy to be honored possessed that place. O you who honor knowledge and art, who are these who receive so much privilege as to be separated from the manner of the others? And he to me, "The honor with which their names resound up in your life wins grace in heaven that thus advances them." Meantime, a voice was heard by me, "Honor the highest poet, his shade returns that had departed." When the voice had ceased and was silent, I saw 4 great shades coming towards us. Their expression was neither sad nor happy. My good master began to speak. "Behold the one with that sword in his hand, coming in front of the other 3, as if their lord. That is Homer, the supreme poet. The next is Horace, the satirist. Ovid is the third, and the last, Lucan. Because they all share with me that name which the single voice pronounced, they do me honor, and in this they do well. So saw I come together the lovely school of that lord of highest song, who soars above the others like an eagle. When they had spoken together for a time, they turned to me with sign of greeting, and my master smiled at that. And they did me an even greater honor, for they made me one of their band, so that I was sixth among so much wisdom. Thus we went as far as the light, speaking things of which it is good to be silent now, as it was good to speak them there where I was. We came to the foot of a noble castle, 7 times encircled by high walls, defended all around by a lovely little stream. This we passed over like solid ground. Those 7 gates I entered with these sages, we came into a meadow of fresh green. Here were people with slow, grave eyes and great authority in their countenances. They spoke seldom and with soft voices. Therefore we drew to one side, to a place open, bright and high, whence all of them could be seen. There opposite, on the bright green grass, all the great spirits were shown to me, so that I am still exalted within myself at the sight. I saw Electra with many companions, among whom I recognized Hector and Aeneas, Caesar in armor, with hawk-like eyes. I saw Camilla and Penthesilea. On the other side I saw King Latinus, who was sitting with Lavinia, his daughter. I saw the Brutus who drove Tarquin out, Lucretia, Julia, Marcia, and Cornelia, and alone to the side, Saladin. When I lifted my brow a little higher, I saw the master of those who know, sitting among a philosophical company. All gaze at him, all do him honor. There I saw Socrates and Plato, standing closer to him, in front of the others, Democritus, who assigns the world to chance, Diogenes, Anaxagoras, and Thales, Empedocles, Heraclitus, and Zeno. And I saw the good gatherer of qualities, Dioscorides, and I saw Orpheus, Tullius, and Linus, and Seneca the moralist, Euclid the geometer and Ptolemy, Hippocrates, Avicenna, and Galen, Averroes, who made the great commentary. I cannot describe them all in full, because my long theme so drives me, that often the world falls short of the fact. The company of 6 is reduced to 2. Along another way my wise leader conducts me out of the quiet, into the trembling air. And I came to a place. There is nothing to give light.